Buen día, vamos a empezar con la lección del día de hoy. Empezamos en la página 56. En la página 56 tenemos problemas con las posibles soluciones. Vamos a ir viendo una por una.
If you need money, you could try to get a part-time job.
If you need money, you should try to get a part-time job.
¿Qué es la solución a la número 1? La 1 va con la letra B. Yo necesito dinero. Deberías de tratar de conseguir un trabajo de tiempo. En español queda, si tú necesitas dinero, tú podrías o tú deberías tratar de conseguir un trabajo de medio tiempo. Tomen unos minutos, paren este audio y vean una por una. Traten de traducirlos. Vamos a ver la número 2. La número 2 con la letra H. La 2 dice, My parents are too strict and we're always arguing. Mis padres son muy estrictos y siempre estamos discutiendo. La letra H habla acerca de ello y haz compromisos.
If your parents are too strict and you're always arguing, you should try to talk it through with them and make compromises.
Si tus padres son muy estrictos y siempre están peleando, deberías de hablarlo y hacer compromisos. Vamos con la letra 3, que es la J.
If you've fallen out with your friends and they're gossiping about you, you could phone them and try to work things out.
Si no te llevas bien con tus amigos y ellos siempre están chismeando acerca de ti, deberías de llamarlo y tratar de solucionar las cosas.
If your classmates laugh at what you wear, you should ignore them. You have the right to choose your own style.
Si tus compañeros de clase se burlan de lo que usas, tú deberías ignorarlos. Tú tienes el derecho a tener tu propio estilo. Vamos a ver las 5.
If you have lots of spots on your face, you should visit a dermatologist.
Si tienes muchas manchas en la cara, tú deberías de visitar al dermatólogo.
If your friends pressurize you to do things you don't want, you should stand up to them. If you don't want to do something, then don't.
Si tus amigos te presionan para hacer cosas que tú no quieres, tú deberías de defenderte. Si tú no quieres hacer algo, no lo hagas.
If you've moved to a new city and you're finding it difficult to make friends, you could find a hobby and join a club. It's easier to make friends with people who have similar interests.
Si te has mudado a la ciudad y encuentras difícil hacer amigos, tú deberías encontrar un hobby y unirte a un club. Es más fácil hacer amigos con personas que tengan intereses en común.
If you feel stressed out because of schoolwork or exams, you could make a study plan.
Si te sientes estresado acerca del trabajo de clase o exámenes, deberías hacer un plan de estudio. Vamos a la siguiente parte. Dice, can you think of any other solution to any of these problems? ¿Puedes pensar de más soluciones para estos problemas? Vamos a ver qué soluciones están dando.
If you need money, you should try saving some from your weekly pocket money.
Si necesitas dinero, deberías ahorrar algo de tu dinero semanal.
If your parents are too strict and you're always arguing, you should try doing something to impress them, like getting excellent grades.
Si tus padres son muy estrictos y siempre están peleando, deberías hacer algo para impresionarlos, como sacar excelentes notas.
If you've fallen out with your friends and they're gossiping about you, You should confront them. It may not be as bad as it seems.
Si tus amigos, si te has peleado con tus amigos, siempre están chismeando acerca de ti, deberías confrontarlos. No será tan malo como tú piensas.
If your classmates laugh at what you wear, you shouldn't feel bad. They'll get tired doing it if they don't get a reaction from you.
Si tus amigos se burlan de lo que tú usas, no debes sentirte mal. Ellos se cansarán de hacerlo ya si no tienen una reacción de ti.
If you have lots of spots on your face, you should stop eating junk food and start eating lots of fruits and vegetables.
Si tienes muchas manchas en tu cara, tú deberías de dejar de comer comida chatarra y empezar a comer más frutas y vegetales.
If your friends pressurize you to do things you don't want, you should try talking to someone, like your parents or a school counselor. They may be able to help you.
Si tus amigos te presionan a hacer cosas que tú no quieres, deberías de hablarlo, ya sea con tus padres o el consejero de la escuela. Ellos podrán ayudarte.
If you've moved to a new city and you're finding it difficult to make friends, you should be confident and go introduce yourself to your classmates.
Si has mudado a una ciudad y encuentras difícil hacer amigos, deberías de ser más confidente en ti mismo, más confiado y presentarte a tus compañeros de clase.
If you feel stressed out because of schoolwork or exams, you should try studying with a friend. Working with someone else usually helps and makes the stress go away.
Si te sientes estresado acerca del trabajo en clase o tus exámenes, deberías de estudiar con un amigo. Trabajar con alguien más hace que el estrés se vaya. En la siguiente parte dice, listen and match the problems to the speakers. There is one extra problem. Escuche y conecta los problemas con las personas. Hay un problema extra. Vamos a escuchar y leer.
Speaker 1.
I just have so much to do this year. I have a lot of studying to do because it's my last year at school, and then I have to help out with chores at home because my mom and dad both work all day too. Then there's my weekend job in a shoe store. I'm thinking of giving my job up because I just don't have enough time for it anymore.
Speaker 2. My friends are all going away for the weekend, but I don't know if I can afford to go with them. Unfortunately, I often have to say no to my friends when they invite me somewhere. My parents don't have a lot of spare cash, so they can't give me a big allowance. I'm trying to find a part-time job, but it's really difficult. Speaker 3.
This winter, I just haven't felt as well as I usually do. I've had lots of coughs and colds, and I felt very tired. I have acne, too. My mom wants me to make an appointment to see the doctor, but I think I've just worked too hard at school. I just need some rest and maybe some vitamins.
Speaker 4.
I've just been to the hairdresser's and my hair looks terrible. I told the hairdresser to just shorten it a little, but she cut way too much off and now it's really short. I hate it. Plus, some acne has appeared on my chin. I can't believe it. It's Sarah's party on Saturday and I'm going to look awful.
Speaker 5.
We've just moved to a new area. I really like the new apartment. It's much bigger than our old one, but I really hope my school is okay. I start on Monday. I'm really going to miss everyone at my old school. I hope I get used to everything quickly and I can make some good friends.
Bueno, vamos a ver las respuestas. Y aquí están las respuestas, muchachos. Y en la siguiente parte, les piden que use los problemas y las soluciones para tratar distintos diálogos, para aconsejar. Aquí vienen varias frases. You could o you should, tú podrías o deberías. La otra, the best thing to do is, lo mejor que tú puedes hacer es. Why don't you? ¿Por qué tú no? Have you thought about? ¿Has pensado acerca de? Y por ejemplo, allá abajo dice cómo responder. That's a good idea. You're right. Es una buena idea, estás en lo correcto. Yes, I think that will cool my help. Siento que eso ayudará, podría, o a lo mejor ayudará. Ok, I'll try that and see what happens. Ok, trataré eso y veré qué resulta. Ahora vamos a escuchar cada una de las conversaciones que se dan como ejemplo. Vamos a verlas y escucharlas.
My parents are too strict and we're always arguing.
The best thing to do is to talk it through and make compromises.
Okay, I'll try that and see what happens.
I've fallen out with my friends and now they are gossiping about me.
Why don't you phone them and try to work things out?
Okay, I'll try that and see what happens.
My classmates laugh at what I wear.
You should ignore them. You have a right to choose your own style.
You're right.
I have lots of spots on my face.
You should visit a dermatologist.
Yes, I think that could help.
My friends pressurize me to do things I don't want to.
The best thing to do is to stand up to them. If you don't want to do something, don't do it.
Okay, I'll try that and see what happens.
I've just moved to a new city and I'm finding it difficult to make new friends.
Why don't you find a hobby and join a club? It's easier to make friends with people with similar interests.
That's a good idea.
I feel stressed out because of my schoolwork.
The best thing to do is to make a study plan.
Yes, I think that might help.
Bueno, vamos a la siguiente lección. Y aquí les dicen, lee el siguiente ensayo. ¿En qué párrafo el escritor presenta sugerencias y resultados, establece el problema y resume su opinión? Aquí abajo, aquí básicamente le están dando the first paragraph states the problem. El primer párrafo presenta el problema. The main body paragraph presents a suggestion in separate paragraph, together with the possible results or consequences. En los párrafos principales se presentan las sugerencias en párrafos separados, juntos como posibles resultados y consecuencias. Y the last paragraph summariza su opinión. El último párrafo resume nuestra opinión. Dice, we use linkers to organize our ideas. Utilizamos conectores para organizar nuestras ideas. Y aquí vienen varios para introducir sugerencias. To begin, to start with, or firstly, para empezar o comenzar, primeramente. It is important to, es importante. Another helpful suggestion is, otra sugerencia importante es. Secondly, en segundo lugar, you should, tú deberías. In addition, lastly, además, último, it's good idea too, es una buena idea. Para introducir resultados, consecuentemente, como un resultado, in this way, de esta manera, by doing this, al hacer esto, then, entonces, etc. Para concluir, all in all, en resumen, to sum up, in conclusion, en conclusión. Es básicamente lo mismo. Y aquí están las respuestas de un inicio. La sugerencia de resultados en el 2, 3 y 4. Establece el problema en el 1 y da su opinión en el 5. Y dice, reemplaza los conectores en el ensayo con más apropiados. Aquí están las respuestas. Continuamos. Dice, match the suggestions to the possible result consequences. Conecta las sugerencias con los posibles resultados y consecuencias. Aquí está. Dice, read the rubric. Lee la rúbrica. Conecta las sugerencias con los resultados. Y por último, ustedes me van a checar esto. Me van a hacer un pequeño resumen de este texto.
Peer pressure is a normal part of growing up, but it can sometimes be so strong that it makes you feel you don't control your own life. What can you do, then, to resist peer pressure so you don't do anything you don't want to? To begin with, it's important to trust in your own feelings and know your personal limits. As a result, you will feel more confident in your actions. Secondly, you should choose your friends carefully. Then, if your friends share your beliefs, you will reduce the amount of peer pressure you may experience. Another helpful suggestion is to talk it through with someone you trust, such as a friend, teacher, or parent. They may be able to give you helpful advice, as they probably have experience with peer pressure too. All in all, I think peer pressure can be a major problem. However, if you are confident and have support from good friends, peer pressure will never be a problem for you again.
Ok, aquí identifiquen en qué párrafo se presenta el problema, dónde están las sugerencias y por último, dónde resumen su opinión. Y por último, ya para acabar el módulo, vienen varias preguntas que ustedes van a contestar con el texto que viene a continuación.
Catch some Z's. What is sleep? Until quite recently, scientists believed that sleep was a simple resting state, but it isn't like this at all. When we sleep, our body temperature drops, our heart rate and other bodily functions slow down, but our brains stay very active. What are the different stages? There are 4 different stages of sleep that repeat every 90 to 110 minutes. Stages N1 and N2 are light sleep, and we can easily wake up. In stage N3, we sleep more deeply and it's harder to wake up. Some people may also sleepwalk or talk in their sleep. The last stage is REM sleep. Our eyes move around, our brain is very active, and we have a lot of dreams. Why do we need sleep? While we sleep, our brain sorts through information, replaces chemicals, repairs cells, and solves problems. Lack of sleep seriously affects our mind and body. When we don't rest enough, we may feel grumpy, forgetful, and unable to concentrate. Lack of sleep can also affect our immune system. Over a long time, it may cause depression and personality changes, and eventually even shorten our life. How much sleep do we need? It's different for everyone, but on average, babies need 16 to 18 hours of sleep, teenagers about 9, and adults about 7 to 8. Tips for getting a good night's sleep. You should try to go to sleep and wake up at the same time every day. This helps your body to get into a routine. Avoid drinks like cola and coffee before bedtime. They contain caffeine that keeps you awake. Don't exercise or watch scary movies just before going to bed. This will wake your body up too much and you might find it difficult to fall asleep. Have a calming bedtime routine, such as having a warm bath or reading.
Ok, vamos a ver las respuestas a las preguntas. What is sleep? ¿Qué es el sueño?
Sleep is the state of rest when your eyes are closed, your body is not active, and your mind is not conscious.
What are the different stages? ¿Cuáles son las distintas etapas?
There are 4 different stages, including light sleep, deeper sleep, and the stage where we have a lot of dreams.
La siguiente, why do we need sleep?
We need sleep for our bodies to repair cells.
Y la última, how much do we need to sleep?
Different people need different amounts of sleep.
Vamos a la siguiente parte. Dice, read again and mark the sentences true or false. Tomen un minuto para checar estas, traducirlas y ahorita vemos si son verdaderas o falsas. Y aquí están las respuestas. Dice, tell the class 3 facts you remember from the text. Use the word from the check this box. Dile a la clase 3 cosas que recuerda acerca del texto. Yo les aconsejo que ustedes busquen el significado de cada una de estas palabras. Viene answer the questions. Responde a las preguntas. Do you usually get enough sleep? ¿Tú duermes lo suficiente? How do you feel the next day when you haven't slept well? How does this affect your day? ¿Cómo te sientes cuando tú no has dormido bien y cómo afecta tu día? Which of the tips in the text you already follow? ¿Cuáles consejos del texto tú ya sigues? Will you try any of them from now on? ¿Intentarás alguno de ellos de aquí en adelante? Eso lo tienen que responder con su información personal. Vamos a ver qué ejemplos está dando aquí en el libro.
Do you usually get enough sleep?
Yes, I do. No, I don't.
Dos posibles respuestas. Yes, I do o no, I don't. Sí o no.
How do you feel the next day when you haven't slept well? How does it affect your day?
I feel tired and grumpy the next day when I haven't slept well. It makes my day more difficult.
Y vamos a ver la última.
Which of the tips in the text do you already follow? Will you try any of them from now on?
I avoid drinks with caffeine before bedtime. I will try to fall asleep and wake up at the same time every day from now on.
Y esta no lo vamos a hacer. Bueno, muchachos, la próxima semana es examen. Eso ha sido todo por el día de hoy. Esta semana les voy a dar indicaciones de cómo subir el trabajo.